Hey everyone, today we're talking about the top 10 names for grey dogs. Choosing the name of your puppy is a crucial decision. You gotta be happy to be calling out that name for years and years to come. If you have a silver or a grey dog, you might want to pick a name that matches with the way that they look. Luckily, there's heaps of awesome options that you can choose from. On the Oodle Life website, we recently published a massive list that had heaps of different names for grey and silver dogs that were actually good. You don't want some silly suggestions, you want a name that you're actually going to be happy to be calling out in the park. When you are picking a dog name, essentially we're looking for something that has typically 1 or 2 syllables. It's easy to say. It doesn't matter if it's easy to spell. It's okay if it's a little bit unique, but you just don't want it to be embarrassing. The other thing is, you don't want it to sound like a command that you'd be using with the dog. If you wanted to use the command no, you probably wouldn't call your white dog Snow. Once we published that article, it got really popular. So I actually put a poll on there and we polled hundreds of owners to find out the top 10 silver and grey dog names. In place number 10, we have Earl. I was a bit surprised that the name Earl made the list. The obvious connection between Earl and a grey dog is Earl Grey Tea. It's a short name, it's an easy name, and even cooler, it's one of those old man dog names, like calling your dog Ernest or something like that. I love old man dog names. Reginald. The next name, Cloud. I was also a bit surprised that Cloud made the list. Normally when you think of a cloud, you're thinking fluffy and white, but people voted for it. They really think that it's an excellent name for a grey dog. Cloud can be a really good name for a boy or a girl dog. It's easy, it's short, you don't need to think of a nickname. All in all, a pretty good name for a grey dog. Up next, we've got a really badass one, Steel. Steel is a really solid name. If you've got a really badass dog that also happens to be grey or silver, then Steel might be a really good name for you. The next most highly voted grey name was Ash. I thought that maybe Charcoal or Ember or something else fire related might make the list, but Ash was the clear favourite with the breeders on the website. I think Ash would be a really good name for a Greyhound or a Whippet. Another connection is, of course, Ash Ketchum from Pokemon. The original. Speaking of Pokemon, the next name on the list, Misty. You could also go with Mist as well. So people think of a haze, they think of a mist, they think grey dog. That can work out. Up next, something a little bit more creative. The next name is Haiiro. So Haiiro actually means grey in Japanese. Pretty cool. Neither you or your dog need to be Japanese to call your dog Haiiro. Though if there were a grey Shiba Inu, that would be particularly appropriate. The next grey name would probably better suit a black dog in my opinion, but the voters liked it and it is really high up on the list. Phantom. If you've got a really cool puppy, or you think it's going to be an absolute badass with a sense of adventure, then Phantom might be an excellent name for you. You can call any dog Phantom, but a cool dog like a Husky, that would be excellent. Next on the list, Dorian. So the connection is pretty obvious. There's a book from 1890 called The Portrait of Dorian Gray, written by a guy called Oscar Wilde. So Dorian, again, another one of those old man dog names, fantastic. It's actually a pretty cool name for a dog. You can shorten it to Dory, though people might think that you named it after the fish. Up next, Luna. This is an excellent name for a dog. So Luna literally means moon. For a dog that is in any way wolf-like or likes to howl at the moon or has a beautiful grey coat or even just has blue eyes, Luna is a fantastic name. The number 1 grey dog name, calculated from hundreds of your votes, is Gandalf. I like Gandalf, but that is a very punny dog name, and I'm not sure that puns are what you should be looking for when you're trying to pick a dog name that's going to be sticking with you and the puppy for the next decade plus. So what do you think? Do you think Gandalf is really the best silver and grey dog name? Our readers did, and they voted for it, and it had a clear margin of hundreds of votes above the next most popular silver and grey dog name. Do you have a favourite from the list, or are there any other silver or grey dog names that you think? Comment, let us know, we'd love to hear it.